Okay, this will be an interesting one, but it doesn't worry me because, hey, I guess I get the feeling I'm going to be moving out of here pretty soon. I don't belong to this actual community that this flyer is aiming at. This is not my place. I belong with Luigi, my future husband, and the people he hangs with, or the people he looks to, the people who form the community that we're both head of, especially him. And basically, I don't care what goes on in this suburb anymore because it's not my community. It's a temporary situation. I've been here now for nearly 4 years, but I still don't call this my home. This is not me because I'm living alone and I don't like being alone. And I live in a community that's full of rich people and snobs, and it's just not me, and I don't feel like I really belong. It's just a temporary place because it's a place to have a housing department unit, living in a place that's fairly temperate temperature-wise because I can't afford the electricity for heating and cooling in this place, and mark my words, it does get really cold in winter and hot in summer. And if I was living out in a western suburbs, I'd probably end up with heat stroke or hypothermia. So I wouldn't be able to live safely without air conditioning if I lived out west or any of those areas because it would just totally... I'm very sensitive, but this is it. Western Harbour Tunnel and Beaches link. My dad, I'd probably end up catching this to my dad's place, but... once I've found Luigi, once Luigi and I have been reunited, I'm out of here. This place, what happens to this here has very little concern for me anymore. I don't belong here. This is not my fucking community. So once I find Luigi, we're going to move somewhere where we're not going to say where we're going to live, but basically we're not living here anymore. We're going to move away from the northern beaches in the northern suburbs. We might pay them a visit, but we're not going to be living there. Luigi's got air conditioning. He'd have reverse cycle air conditioning, and he'd have solar and probably grey water to flush the toilets, all that environmentally good stuff that I can't access living here in a housing department unit. Oh, don't get me wrong, I really appreciate having this unit. Now that looks really good. I really appreciate having this unit because there's not enough of them to go around, and I'm really glad that I've got a place to put my head, that I'm no longer homeless. I was homeless for a while and had a taste of living rough, so I'm not happy with the status quo, but I was extremely fortunate that they had a place for me very quick. Extremely fortunate. A lot of people don't have the same fortune that I had, that I was able to get this place. But I still don't feel like it's home because I'm alone and it's hot, it's cold, and I'm still working to get recognised as an actual artist, you know, not being treated like this shit is not good. I want my work to shine, and I can't marry Luigi until I've made a viral YouTube campaign and Facebook campaign. I've got to really get out there and smash it around the cyberspace, because after all, this technology has a purpose. And what greater way of... It's just so good to have YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Google Plus and MySpace and Flickr and all these places where I can send my pictures. I don't have to ask for I don't have to wait to be invited. All I have to do is just make my stuff and then upload it and then hang it out there for everyone who dares to have a look. So I've done heaps of social media, any social media that involves being able to put videos up. Oh yeah, Instagram. I got some little videos on Instagram too. So I've got myself pretty well. I do feel as if I'm making a fairly large footprint in the internet, but I have to get the people out there to view my shit so that they can see And I'm hoping that when my dad sees this stuff rocking up in his YouTube news feed, or whatever they call it, well, I'm hoping that he'll finally respect me as a person and as a creative person, because my dad and I have a history of disagreements and shit, and my dad just doesn't like me. He doesn't like the way I do things. He thinks he thinks to be a success you have to do something that you don't like. Like, my dad thinks I should go and do painting and drawing. I can't paint and draw very well. I'm not interested in painting and drawing. In fact, I think it's quite boring. And that is a rhyme that I like to use, because I stick my finger up at the notion that painting and drawing is my way to success. So to me, Dad, Graham Huddy, you can sit on this and gyrate if you think I must do painting and drawing, because I'm not going to submit to that way of promoting myself. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be who I am, be myself, and I will talk about my art. Don't you dare tell me to be myself and not to talk about photocopiers, because that is not being myself if I don't do that. And if I don't put my stuff out there in the internet, well, you didn't say it like that. You just said don't talk about photocopiers, but I have to, because it's a part of my artwork. And I'm going to succeed at this. I'm going to repackage myself. I know I fucked up. I know that I misrepresented my art form, that I didn't sell it properly. Dad, I'm not a fucking salesperson. I have to learn sales. I'm learning, Dad. And I'm going to find a way to make this fucking shit end up in your news feed. And you won't be able to get away from it, because everywhere you look on the internet, it's going to be right in front of you. Anywhere where there's videos, you're not going to escape it. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be viral. So go fuck yourself, Dad. I won't accept anything from you until you fucking say sorry for the years of bullying that you've given me. All right? Especially when I was 15 and you tried to ban me from doing my photocopier art, and you told me to hand over some photocopies I did at Belrose Library, and you tore them up, and it didn't matter how much I cried and it really hurt, you still banned me from it. You're not going to do it to me anymore, fuck you. Yeah, I remember, Dad, and I don't forgive you until you fucking crawl up my ass and say sorry. And I hope to see you in fucking tears for the first fucking time in my life, you bitch.